Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. This time, we're diving deep into the law of attraction.
Oh, a fascinating topic.
It is, and we're looking at it through the lens of a summary we found of William Walker Atkinson's book.
I think I read that one years ago.
It's really interesting stuff, Even just the idea that we can shape our own reality with our thoughts.
It's powerful stuff, isn't it? And I think Atkinson was ahead of his time, really.
So true. Like he's saying that we're not just along for the ride,
Yeah.
We're creating it as we go.
Co-creators, yeah.
Yeah, co-creators, exactly. Okay, so I think one of the things that stood out to me the most in this summary was this idea of like attracts, like
Yeah. Universal magnetism.
yeah, exactly. So what's Atkinson's take on that?
Well, it all comes down to vibrational energy, he says.
Right.
Everything we think, everything we feel, it's like it emits a specific frequency, a vibration.
Yeah.
And it resonates with things out there in the universe that are vibrating at a similar frequency.
Oh, so okay, so if I'm always thinking about abundance and feeling really grateful for what I already have,
Yeah.
that's putting out those wealthy vibes. Right.
Exactly. Exactly. And the more you think it, the more you feel it, the stronger that pull is.
Wow, that makes so much sense.
He compares it to a magnet. The bigger, the stronger the magnet, the bigger its reach.
It's almost like we're a magnet for our own desires.
Right.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have a question.
Go for it.
What about those days where, you don't feel great, your thoughts aren't all sunshine and roses?
Yeah.
Does that mean I just ruined my abundance frequency?
Well, that's a great question. And, Atkinson actually addresses that, right? He's not saying you have to be positive 24/7.
Okay.
It's about, the overall, mental climate,
Yeah.
The prevailing wind.
Okay.
One bad day isn't going to make or break it.
So it's more like the long game.
Exactly.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Just imagine you have a garden. There might be a couple of weeds popping up.
Right.
But if you're tending to it, planting the right seeds, nurturing it, chances are you're going to have a good harvest.
Okay, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
That actually makes me feel a lot better, because I don't always feel like I have control over my thoughts.
Well, and that's where, this idea of thought power comes in.
Okay, what's up?
Atkinson believed that we do have more control over our thoughts than we think.
Okay.
And it starts with becoming aware of what those thought patterns are, those stories we tell ourselves, catching them in the act.
And choosing different stories.
Yeah, choosing the thoughts that empower us instead of the ones that kind of drag us down.
We're weeding out the negative thoughts.
Weeding out the negative, exactly.
Oh, that's great. And so in this summary, Atkinson talks about visualization and affirmations.
Yeah.
How do those fit into the picture?
Those are like techniques, right? To intentionally direct our thoughts toward what we want.
So I should be visualizing myself getting that promotion, even if I'm terrified of the interview.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Visualization, it involves creating those mental pictures, right? Engaging all of your senses, almost like you're experiencing it already.
Wow.
It's like creating a blueprint for your subconscious to follow.
Okay.
So instead of worrying about that presentation, right, you visualize yourself delivering it with confidence.
Okay. I can see how that would work.
And then with affirmations, it's like, that positive self-talk.
Yeah.
Stating your desires as if they're already true.
So I tell myself, I am a confident public speaker, even if my knees are shaking.
Exactly. And the idea is that, you start to believe it on a deeper level.
So we're basically reprogramming our minds, with new software.
Exactly.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's one other big piece that we need to talk about, and that's the subconscious mind.
Yes, the subconscious. Absolutely.
Yeah, so what's the connection with the law of attraction?
Well, think of the subconscious as this, powerful operating system that's running in the background.
Okay.
Right? And it's translating everything into reality.
Everything.
Yeah.
So, even my doubts.
Everything. It doesn't judge whether a thought is good or bad.
Oh, wow, that's powerful.
It just takes it as instructions, for better or for worse.
So that means we really have to be mindful of what we're feeding it.
Exactly.
Wow, this is pretty mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah.
So if we can intentionally program our subconscious,
Yeah.
that means we can change our reality.
Yes.
Oh, that's incredible. So how do we do that? How do we reprogram that subconscious?
Well, there's this really interesting thing that Atkinson talks about called autosuggestion.
Okay.
And I think that's where we should pick up next time.
All right, well, that sounds like a great place to stop for now.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about autosuggestion. It's fascinating stuff.
Well, listeners, until then, think about all this and see if anything resonates with you so far.
Absolutely. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Autosuggestion, right? It's like a key to unlocking the power of the subconscious.
I'm all ears.
It's like using affirmations, but
Right.
like really using them to like reprogram those deep-seated
Okay,
beliefs.
so can you give me an example? Like, how would I use auto-suggestion?
Okay, let's say you struggle with self-confidence, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just accepting that, you choose an affirmation like, I am confident and capable,
Okay.
and you repeat it
Just like that.
regularly. Yeah, with conviction.
So I can't just mumble it under my breath.
No, you have to feel it.
Really believe it.
Let it seep into your subconscious.
Okay, I can see how that would be powerful.
And Atkinson, he suggests, like doing it before you go to sleep,
Oh,
when your conscious mind is kind of winding down.
so it can slip past those mental defenses.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. But I'm thinking, we all have those limiting beliefs.
Right, those mental blocks, yeah.
Yeah, the mental blocks, that's what he calls them, right?
He does.
So how do we deal with those?
Well, he believed that, like, recognizing and removing them, that's, like, crucial.
It makes sense, like they're blocking the signal.
Yeah, it's like interference.
So first, I have to become aware of them.
Yeah, notice them. Like, what's that negative self-talk? What are those limiting beliefs that keep popping up?
Okay. I can do that, but what's next?
Well, once you've identified them, you got to challenge them,
Like, are they even true?
Yeah, are they based in reality? Or are they just stories we've been telling ourselves for years and years?
Well, that's good. So once I've, challenged them and seen that they're not true, then what?
You replace them, right, with empowering beliefs.
Okay, so instead of thinking I'm not good enough,
Yeah,
I tell myself I'm capable and deserving.
exactly.
So we're like rewiring our brains.
Rewiring, yeah. It's a great way to put it.
But, it can't all be about thinking.
No, absolutely not.
At some point, we got to do something.
No,
So I can't just visualize $1 million. I got to, get up and do something.
Atkinson called it going into the silence.
What's that?
It's like this state of focused intention,
Oh.
where your inner world and your outer actions are like in sync.
Okay, so it's got to be aligned action, inspired action.
Inspired action, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, but what about gratitude? Where does that fit in?
Oh, Atkinson, he was all about gratitude,
He was.
Yeah, like he saw it as a magnet.
A magnet for what?
For more good stuff, obviously. The more grateful you are, the more blessings come your way.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Right.
But how do you cultivate gratitude?
Conscious gratitude,
What's that?
It's like every day you find things to be grateful for.
Even if it's just, a sunny day.
Even the small things. Yeah, exactly. It's about training your mind to focus on the positive.
That's actually really helpful. I think I need to do more of that.
Me too.
Okay, so we've got gratitude. But what about faith?
Faith is huge, according to Atkinson. He called it the unwavering belief in the unseen, like trusting that what you want is already on its way.
Even if I can't see it yet.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, so it's about letting go of control.
Surrendering control, yeah.
I can try that.
He believed, doubt and fear that creates resistance, blocks the flow.
Makes sense.
But faith dissolves those blockages.
Oh, wow, that's powerful.
Right.
Okay, so last question before we move on.
Go ahead.
What about negative emotions? We can't just ignore them, right?
That's such a good question. And Atkinson had a really interesting take on negative emotions.
Okay, tell me.
He didn't say we should suppress them or anything like that.
Oh, good.
It's more about understanding what their role is.
Their role in what?
In the law of attraction, in the bigger picture.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
He saw them as signals.
Signals, what do you mean?
Red flags, alerting us to something. So where our thoughts and beliefs are kind of out of whack.
Out of whack with what?
With what we really want,
Oh, so it's like they're trying to tell us something.
Exactly. They're messengers, not the enemy.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it. So instead of just trying to push them away,
Yeah.
I should try to understand them.
Listen to them.
What are they trying to tell me?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that.
So let's say you're anxious about a job interview.
Okay.
Instead of just trying to get rid of that anxiety, right?
Yeah.
You ask yourself, what's the belief underneath it all?
Okay, so maybe it's a fear of not being good enough?
Or a belief that you're not qualified or something?
Yeah, I can see that.
Right. And then once you identify that, you can start to shift it.
Oh, so it's not about pretending I'm not anxious.
Yeah.
It's about figuring out why I'm anxious and then addressing that.
Exactly. It's about transforming those negative emotions into catalysts for growth,
Okay, so acknowledge, listen, and then shift the underlying belief.
That's it. And remember, the universe, it responds to our dominant vibration.
right?
Right.
Not just those like fleeting moods.
So one moment of panic won't ruin everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If your overall like mental and emotional state is good, you're good.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this law of attraction thing works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can we really use it to, like, improve our relationships, get more money, even improve our health?
Atkinson believed we can. He really did. Like, let's take relationships, for example.
Okay.
He says the energy we project, right, it totally affects the quality of our relationships.
So if I'm, like, always insecure and needy,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to attract people who are also insecure and needy.
It's very likely. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just about finding the right person.
So about being the right person.
Yeah, exactly. Like cultivating self-love, confidence, all that good stuff.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And not just to attract someone,
Yeah.
but to enhance the relationships you already have.
Yeah, okay, that's good. What about money, though? Oh, yeah, money. Atkinson was very clear about that. Like, our thoughts and beliefs about money,
Yeah.
they totally influence our financial reality.
So if I'm like always worried about not having enough,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually pushing money away.
Exactly. It's repelling abundance.
Oh, no. Okay, so I need to shift my mindset to abundance.
Yes, abundance. Believing there's enough for everyone, you know?
Okay, I can do that.
And that you're worthy of receiving it.
Worthy, okay, I like it.
It's about believing in your ability to create wealth, right?
Right.
Seeing opportunities, taking action.
Not just wishing I had $1 million.
No.
But actually doing things to get there.
Exactly. Okay, this is great.
And this applies to health, too,
Really?
Yeah, he believed that. Like, our thoughts and emotions,
Yeah.
they have a big impact on our physical health.
So is he saying that, like, if I think positive thoughts, I won't get sick?
It's not quite that simple,
Good.
but it's about recognizing that, like, mind and body are connected,
Yeah, I've heard of that. Stress, fear, negativity, all that, it weakens our immune system.
Oh, so, like, if I'm always worried about getting sick, I'm actually more likely to get sick.
Yeah, it's like you're creating the perfect environment for it.
Oh, wow.
Right. But on the flip side,
Yeah.
cultivating like joy, gratitude, hope, peace,
Yeah.
that strengthens the immune system, supports well-being.
Okay, so it's not about ignoring physical problems,
No.
but about approaching them with a positive attitude.
Yeah, and taking care of yourself.
Yeah, of course. I can see that.
Like a holistic approach.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've talked about relationships, money, health.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
And, this law of attraction thing, it almost sounds too good to be true.
I know, right?
Like we can just think our way to anything we want.
It's tempting to think that, but...
But there are limits.
Right.
Of course there are.
Like, I can't just think my way out of, like, a car accident.
Right, exactly.
So where's the line between what I can control and what I can't?
Right.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. So how do we answer that? Where's the line?
Well, I think the key is recognizing that, like, we have a lot of influence over our own lives
Okay.
through our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions. But
Sure.
there are things that are just part of a bigger, like, universal plan,
Things we can't control.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not about blaming myself for everything bad that happens.
No, not at all.
But it is about choosing how I respond to those things.
Exactly. Even when things are tough, we can choose to focus on the good,
The lessons, the opportunities.
Silver linings.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's about finding that sense of agency, even when things feel chaotic.
That we still have a choice.
Always a choice.
Okay, this is all really helpful, but I have one last question.
Go for it.
If we're always focused on, like, attracting what we want,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't that sound kind of selfish?
Oh, that's a great question. And, Atkinson was actually very clear about that.
Oh, what did he say?
He believed that the law of attraction wasn't just about, like, personal gain,
Okay.
It was about aligning ourselves with a higher purpose,
A higher purpose, okay.
something bigger than ourselves.
So it's not just about manifesting a fancy car.
No.
It's about making the world a better place.
Exactly. Like, when we focus on love, compassion, generosity,
Yeah,
those vibes, they radiate outward,
we do.
It affects everyone around us.
So it's not just about me.
It's about all of us.
We're all connected.
We are. We raise our vibration. We raise the vibration of the whole,
Oh, that's beautiful.
isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
It's about stepping into the best version of ourselves,
The version that knows we're worthy of good things.
Exactly. And when we do that, we change our own lives, but we also make the world a little bit better.
That's amazing. And I think that's a perfect place to end our deep dive into the law of attraction.
It is. It really is.
So listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey. It's been an incredible exploration.
And remember, keep diving deep. There's so much to discover. Yeah.